we are so sorry to have to report that at least 3 LAPD officers have been shot. This happened almost an hour ago. Now we're on the ground with our ground crew there, our camera there, giving us a look at the officers who are clearing, or obviously preparing to go in. This is the camera of Ed Lascos. Do we have Ed there on the scene? Okay, we don't just yet, but we will work to get that.
But we do have on the phone with us, and Detective, we will come back to you a little later. Thank you for joining us. Joe Buscaino, who recently left the LA City Council. Before that, spent years as an LAPD officer himself, and obviously very, very familiar with the inside workings of the department. Councilman, thanks for being with us. Can you tell us what you know and what your sort of initial reaction is watching this all unfold?
Thanks, Alex, and good evening. Under these circumstances, of course, this entire city's praying for the officers who've been shot, praying that they are well. It's, you know, when you see the breaker coming across your television screen, you first think of your brothers and sister officers. And my phone blew up, lit up literally with, what are you hearing? Are the officers okay? I was texting with Deputy Chief Amada Tingridis, no information on the officers at the hospital just yet. But as you see with the citywide tactical alert, the last thing you want to hear as a police officer on the radio is officer down, officer needs help. We're hopeful that the suspect that is clearly barricaded, you have significant resources on the ground there, is apprehended. And we're hoping that it's a safe situation, not only for the officers and the SWAT officers on scene, but also for the neighborhoods. Alex and Marla, this also gives us another reminder of the irresponsible calls for defunding police and needing fewer police resources. Yet another reminder of the irresponsible calls on defunding and calling for fewer resources as it relates to public safety resources here in our city. Happy to also see our brothers and sister firefighters on the scene as well, helping with the response to the officers down.
Given your history, Joe, with LAPD, and as we're seeing the live images from Skyfox overhead and then on the ground, we're seeing those officers assemble and prepare to go in, perhaps. What needs to happen in order to bring this suspect into custody?
Well, you know, time and distance is something that's the part of the communication plan. And you're creating and putting together the plan going in, identifying where the suspect may be located, having the resources intact. You have the best and brightest in the Special Weapons and Tactics Division, the best and brightest in the country. And this is where, you know, you have the training that comes into play. These officers, specifically the SWAT officers, train on a daily basis. I'll never forget, even in my time with LAPD, the SWAT officers training daily at the police academy. And this is, again, what they're called to do. They train for these specific incidences where you have on the loose that's barricaded a violent individual who wanted to kill cops tonight. So let's hope and pray that these officers going into the situation, trying to apprehend the suspect, are also safe.